what caused
It just gave them an opportunity to tell the whole country, hey, we're here and we're crazy. Come visit us. And people have.
At one point, I owned a Conch Republic flag.
Why does that not surprise me?
I like partying in Key West. I'm not going to lie.
All right. So anyway, the young man, the 17-year-old student.
Hog.
It's Hogue or Hog?
Hog.
Okay.
I'm
David.
going with Hog.
I don't know. I mean, you throw another G in there and we're Southerners.
Hog.
Lord knows how to. We don't speak the language anyway.
Well,
so.
he spelled it wrong because it should be spelled Hawg. Hog.
I'm okay with that, too. So anyway, he's been everywhere on TV. And he's become a darling of the left very quickly. He's called out Trump. He's called out the NRA. He's calling for a boycott of schools on April 20th.
Yeah, 420.
Which seems to be a date that means something to you and Pete, but means nothing to me.
That's a celebration. This should be a national holiday.
So
I'm going to get a nod from Pete in about 20 seconds.
He said, I'm not going back to school until something's done about school safety. So I'm here thinking, this kid doesn't understand what the media is doing to him. He's too young. So he's saying everything that they want to say. He's in a protected victim status category where you're not supposed to say anything back to him because of what he's suffered. He fits in the Cindy Sheehan model.
Okay.
You weren't allowed to criticize Cindy Sheehan because she had lost a son. Anytime the press wanted something bad about the Iraq war or bad about W, they go out there and they grab Cindy Sheehan. So years later, Cindy decides, well, the left loves me. I'm going to run for Congress.
It didn't work out.
It didn't work out because the left said, you don't fit our agenda. You were there for a time.
Yeah.
We used you. We no longer need you. I don't think David understands. He's being used by a group that has an agenda that doesn't include him in the long term. Once he's no longer a darling, he's gone. And I feel for him. I understand he's got this platform and he's trying to use it, but there's going to come a day when he calls all his friends in the media and they're going to go, who? No, we don't have time for you.
What happens to him when he misses all these days because he's boycotting school and they followed the rules, right?
Yes.
And he can't get into college? Is some college just going to go, he's our guy?
Silly Troy.
He's
Silly
our guy.
Troy.
David, come
Silly
here.
Troy. As a victim who's an outspoken liberal, he can go anywhere he wants to right now
That's my
on
point.
a full scholarship.
It's my point.
He's got a ticket written for him.
Thank you for understanding.
I don't even know that he needs to go to college. He might go straight to CNN Weekend Desk and start hosting the news.
What do you think? What do you think his SAT scores have to be? Oh, he doesn't have.
He doesn't have to take the SAT.
Okay. I mean, the first semester he flunks out because he's not qualified.
Oh, no.
That never happened?
The courses were wrong.
Oh.
The courses did not understand what he had gone through.
Okay.
The day he gets in, he graduates with a 4.0.
You know, I'm not lying. I have sympathy for the kid. But I'm happy he's showing his voice. But like you said, the media is manipulating him.
They're manipulating him, and one day it will be sad whenever he reaches too far, or they've decided that he doesn't fit their narrative anymore, or they've got a new golden person to run in this role, and he'll be gone.
And I've only seen one little segment of him. I haven't watched a whole lot. Have you watched a whole lot of him?
No, I've read clips online. I've watched some clips online. I get that he's mad over what happened to him.
He seems to be a pretty smart little kid.
Oh, I think he's
a smart young man.
I think he's incredibly smart.
Yeah. So he seems to be a smart young man. I think he's going to be successful, whether he's a Dem or a Republican. There are successful Dems.
He's a Democrat,
okay.
and he has to be for some of the issues. He's got an agenda. He's got an issue. He went through something terrible, but I don't think at his age he quite understands you're a perfect fit and you're being manipulated, and they're not going to stop manipulating.
He's the spokesperson they need right now.
Correct.
He's the voice they need right now.
Yeah.
Maybe not in a month from now.
Yes.
You know, and I was talking to someone today, and I kind of have some survivor's guilt about this. When Sandy Hook happened, I mean, I was devastated, and it really, really hurt me. This one happened closer to me, and it's almost like I'm jaded to it. And I don't understand why. I mean, these kids are just as important as those other kids, and it's just as painful to the parents and everyone else. But I honestly can tell you, Sandy Hook, like, emotionally affected me.
Age of the kids.
Is that what it is?
It's the age of the kids.
Okay.
Those were elementary school kids, and nobody should ever shoot at elementary. Now,
no one should shoot at anybody.
I get that, but that just, again, you're into a category that it's like you shouldn't kill babies. You shouldn't go in the hospital.
Yeah.
I mean, if you did that, you'd feel more. So
the complete innocence
Yes.
of the victim.
These are kids that are too young to have hurt anybody. The high school kids are too young to have hurt anybody.
But
it's just the age of the kid.
We got a caller, but I really had some guilt today. I was like, I should feel worse, like equal to what I did at Sandy Hook. So let's grab this caller real quick. Caller, go ahead.
Hey, good afternoon, you guys.
How you doing?
First of all, I wanted to say I am a school teacher, but I just wanted to suggest that this problem will not be solved by law enforcement, and it will not be solved by the government, because law enforcement is part of the government.
Mm-hmm.
And they're so argumentative, they don't do anything. The only thing that's going to fix this, and this is I believe Florida's a concealed carry state, is it not?
Yes. Yep.
The teachers got to be packing. That'll take care of it.
Well,
Now, that's probably not going to happen because of, liberal people, but that'll work.
Well, and as a school teacher, you definitely have a different perspective. From my standpoint, the only thing that's really going to solve it is better parenting.
No, I agree. No, that would be the next thing I would add to that, because believe me, that's... the schools get blamed for a lot of things that are just the result of parents not paying attention to their kids.
Yeah,
we've talked an awful lot on this show. When we were growing up, and Troy and I are both 50, 51, and if the school called your house and your parent answered, you better not have been within arm's reach. Because they could have been calling to say Troy has won an award, but as soon as it rang and said, this is principal, so wait a minute, hang on.
Hold on.
Troy would get a beating and then come back. I've taken care of that. What did he do?
No,
Today, the parents are like, what did you do as a teacher to cause my son to behave that way?
Mm-hmm.
It's completely different.
Okay, I'm 67.
Mm-hmm.
I went to school in the 50s and 60s. My mom was 6'1". She was an athlete, and she was in excellent physical condition. Need I say more?
Yeah. There was a lot of fear involved, and kids don't even fear their parents. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Don't try and be buddies with your kid. You're a parent.
And I've got news for you. My mom is 5'1". Mm-hmm. Not one of my friends dared do anything wrong in her presence.
I can tell you right now, caller, I would take on your 6'1" mom over the 5'1" mom that Mike has. So
Well, thank you guys. I appreciate you.
Hey, thank you for listening.
I appreciate what you do.
Okay.
Thanks.
So, all right. And I would say I agree with him on one level, but they have to be completely trained to even be there. And I don't understand how to make those policies work where it helps.
Well, it's interesting. Yesterday, Trump had the governor's listening thing, and I didn't watch it. Somebody told me about it, but one of the governors from a state that didn't want teachers to carry blasted Trump for having that idea. They handed the mic to the Texas governor. We already do that. We have plenty of counties where teachers are already carrying, and that's the law in the state of Texas.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, we might have different states here.
It's Texas.
It's Texas. It's like, I thought they gave you everything in Texas comes with a gun. I thought you're like, hey, here's your burger and fries, and here's a gun.